Yes, sir, it's important before marriage.
Otherwise, it would be a foolish decision to get married.
But in case of middle class and lower middle class families, you have to first support your family, then you have to marry.
But I think so career is important but not very necessary. Like
Wait, there's a contradiction.
Money, because in our culture
Wait, again, interesting point. No, you know the concept of honeymoon.
If you are from strong family background, marry early.
Dreams are not specified to the rich or poor families.
True. What is the secret of successful life? The next question. Without some profession, without some job, without some service, without having some source of income of their own, going for marriage, does it make sense? If not, why?
Yes, sir, it's important for having career before marriage.
Okay.
Definitely, sir. I think it's a basic requirement. Someone must definitely have a job, permanent source of income. Otherwise it would be a foolish decision to get married.
True.
The purpose of marriage would be left behind. The purpose of marriage is to be independent. Otherwise, he would again be dependent on his families and siblings. So I must say that it's important to have some source of earning or
Excellent.
job to get married.
When you were giving the reasons, you focused on only the male, only the groom. Why?
Sir, even in our religion, the man has been made the king of the house.
Okay.
So definitely he's the power of the house. If a man is doing nothing, then what could be the situation of the whole family?
So that is an interesting point. No, Mr. Umar actually is referring to the verse of the Holy Quran. Ar-rijalu qawwamun 'ala an-nisa. I have a different point of view. We shall discuss that in detail in the days to come. That what is the real Quranic concept?
That's a different debate, sir.
True. That's why that's some other day.
Yes, sir.
But good point. No. So Mr. Umar is of the point of view there should be some profession. And marrying without having some profession is a foolish thing to do.
Yes.
I think this concept vary from family to family. In our society, we have different types of families: higher class, middle class, lower middle class. In higher class, you have a lot of money or strong financial background that you got from your inheritance.
Okay.
So, sir, I think these people are good enough to marry in any age if you think that it's a necessary, sir. But in case of middle class and lower middle class families, you have to first support your family, then you have to marry. And I think profession is the main thing. So, I think that profession is very necessary, but it also vary from family to family. If you have enough money and a strong financial background, then you are good enough to marry at any age. But if you are from middle family or lower middle family, then you have to become stable because it's not I think good to ask for money every time to your siblings or your fathers. You must be good enough to fulfill your family needs by yourself.
That is the point you wanted to say, I think, if I'm right.
Either as far as the profession of both male and female is concerned, I think it's important that both should get equal good education. So as it's their own choice. If the bride is not willing to do some job, it's okay. As far as in our society, the male is responsible to go out and to earn something.
Okay.
But the female is always there at home for children to show them some good ethics, manners. So I think bride which has a very good qualification is better to have the interaction with the children to make them a very responsible and good citizens.
See, he's of the point of view that the sense of responsibility, that it varies family to family. And then he mentioned that if someone is there, I mean the groom or the bride is there from the middle class family or poor family, so it doesn't make any sense to go for marriage. It has no sense. First, they should try to get settled financially. As they're settled, they should go for marriage. Why? Because asking for money every time from your siblings, from your parents, from your relatives, and from the rest of the people, it shall disturb your marital life, the first point.
And I think, sir, eventually then you lost your self-respect.
Excellent. And what is the result of that? That there's no self-respect. And when there's no self-respect, there's no life. Another thing which the man said, that male is to earn money, to run the affairs of the house, and this is the wife that is to carry out domestic chores. What could I understand?
Yes.
And the third thing which he said, that if they are educated, it shall be blessing. So thank you very much.
sir, I personally believe if someone have profession and a good source of income, that's a good point. But as I think that the marriage should be done earlier. adulthood. In our society, normally, you know what we do, we first complete our study and wait until 20 and 23, then we start earning. But in West, you know, they start earning around 15 or 16. So I think we should also start that type of concept. So we should guide our children that they should also start earning about 15 or 16. They should be able to earn their pocket money. Yeah, education is necessary. They must have good education. But I think so career is important, but not very necessary. Like,
Wait, there's a contradiction. You said that our focus should be on the development of the children's abilities and skills so that they can earn before their adulthood. And as they reach their adulthood, they can get married. But no, you are saying now that it is not necessary. These people are of the opinion that profession should be thought about after the completion of that studies. And you are saying that this concept should be inculcated, instilled in the mind of the youngsters and the teenagers, that it's the time to learn how to earn. So I couldn't get that point.
okay, I'm just going to explain why it's not necessary. It's good if someone start earning about 15 and 16, but if he's unable to earn and he turns 18, then it's the responsibility of both families. Like the bride's family and groom's family, they should support a couple around 2 or 3 years until they are unable to start their career.
But what's the reason? Why? The lady was of the opinion that if there's no readiness, the man was talking about if there's no maturity. In the early part of our today's discussion, Mr. Umar said that if they can't earn money to live, it's foolish to marry. So there's no logic behind that they should go for that marriage. And now you are saying that this is the responsibility of the parents of that groom, to take care of the groom as well as the bride. Does it make any sense?
Yeah. It's looking like not good to have that, but if we look in depth, the benefits of early marriage. So I think so it's very important. Like also I mentioned earlier that we are going to very wrong side. So according to the teaching of Islam, we should adopt early marriage. So if we just wait to start a good career, and if we wait to start a good profession, then I think so it's too late. Okay.
Actually, you're actually confusing us, dearest, that Wajid, You are talking about Islam. So see, where Islam asks the children to take care of the parents. But over here you are saying this is the duty of the parents to take care of their newly married son and groom. So I am unable to understand.
Yeah.
So there's a contradiction. Actually, as you're moving forward, you're contradicting. You say no need to go for profession, and you say that the children should be asked to earn. They should develop the ability of that earning. You are referring Islam, and Islam asks these children to take care of their parents. And the parents are there to educate them, at some that certain age. And as they are adult, this is not the duty of the parents to take their care of them. Finish. Now this is the duty of the children to take care of their parents.
I just want to add one point. Actually, there is contradiction between our society and Islam. We are going to opposite side of Islam. Like,
true.
So I'm just talking about the factor of to follow Islam in concern of marriage. So we should also follow another point of view, in other perspectives as well. So if
that's a very interesting point. Actually, the Quranic verse is the that it's you to enter into the fold of Islam, completely. So when you start following Islam completely, there shall be no problem. What is the complete obedience of Islam? Later, but not today. Not today. Our topic is that profession. Please.
Yes, sir. If we talk about the source income at the age of 20 and 22, that it should be the most important factor while looking to marry, then I would say no, it should not be the most important. It is like that they should have initiated their job, but not like that they are earning a tons of money, because in our culture
wait, see, again interesting point. The concept of honeymoon, the couple loves to enjoy the life in the early days of their life. As the time passes, their feelings fade out, and you are saying that you should go for marriage with a meager amount and lead marital life and keep increasing your income. I couldn't understand that.
We have a lot of desires at this age. I guess the desires will be directly linked to your money. Your desires will be even higher if you're earning more amounts.
No, Asad beta, what is the contradiction? You know what you're talking about? That at the time of that marriage decision, should someone have profession? Should someone know that have some source of income? Should someone have the ability to run the affairs of his house financially?
Yes, sir.
And you said that the age is now 18 to 22.
Yes, sir.
And now you are saying no, that the person should have that source, but it should not be up so high.
Yes,
so
sir.
he can start with that meager amount. My question is that the early age of marital life very important in a sense that people they love to go on long visit, they love to have different clothes, dressing, etc. No, more expenditure of money is there now. As the time passes now, your each and everything fades out. So this is actually contradiction.
Yes, sir. The desires are linked to their. I am saying the money they have. If they have small amount of money, they can go and visit their money. If they have even a higher amount of money, then their desires will be increased.
But really, very important point. Actually, Asad is saying that actually whatever the desire someone has in his or her mind, that is a direct link with money. And he is of the point of view that if you have less money, the less desire shall be there. If you have more money, more desire shall be there. But the story is different. The story is different. A poor girl has no money, but she keeps thinking about that bungalows and buildings and mansions and palaces. And same is the case with the boy. A poor boy in all senses, even as far as his features are concerned, his character is concerned. But he loves to have some queen as the life partner. So what are you talking about? That money and desires, they are directly proportional? No, I don't think so. Please, wait. Keep this point. You want to say something? Whatever the addition is there, you would be given the time, sir.
Sir, in my opinion, if you are from strong family background, marry early. And sir, if you have achieved a goal and you have to earn only by own, marry late.
It's a good point now. It makes sense now. See, Wahid is of the point of view that if you belong to some rich family, your family is rich, you have inherited lot of wealth, so having profession, it has no sense, it has no meaning. As you reach the age of 22, so go for marriage. Clear?
Yes.
And you are quoting Mr. Mohsen, that if someone is that he is to establish his own career after having that proper education, studies, after having gained some degree, etc. So in that case, you are of the point of view that the person will have to get settled before such person makes decision of the marriage.
Yes.
Anything else, please?
That's it, sir.
Who wants to make some addition? Okay, Mohsen.
Asad talk about the features that money is directly linked to the desires. Sir, I think it's not true. Dreams are not specified to the rich or poor families.
True.
Everyone has dreams. And sir, I think the poor person usually have more desires than the rich people.
Okay.
Than a rich person.
True.
At some point, his opinion is valid up to some point, because when you are married and you both totally understand each other.
Okay.
And then the bride and the groom, as he say that they both know exactly how much they are earning, so they must have desires can't be controlled, but you have to limit yourself up to some extent.
What is the secret of successful life? So
Yes.
here, that if the couple has the meager amount, so leading an ideal life is no issue.
Yes, sir.
Because both they understand each other. That's okay.
Yes, sir.
We are moving to next question. That's a very, very important point. You ready for that?
Yes, sir.
What should be the qualities of spouse? I mean, the person you are going to marry. Qualities of the spouse. I mean, of husband, of wife, of that you can say groom or the bride. Please.